guys, welcome to War Games on Wednesday. We think we might have actually done this show starting correctly, saying hello to people.
It's because I haven't said anything.
Yeah, to be fair, Georgie kept quiet for once. Just once, Georgie kept quiet, and it looks like we started correctly. So,
first time for everything.
Yeah, first and last. But you will notice from my head I'm wearing a hat. Why am I wearing a hat?
Because you look like a peaky blinder.
Yeah, I said I was looking for a new image. It's not like the bald spot. I'm getting old. I'm getting thinner on top, fatter on the belly. And well, you were going to say it if I didn't. What do we think? Do we like the new hat? I'm digging the hat.
Why don't you turn that way?
But why? Because I get the problem is the hat looks like I might be trying to imitate somebody.
Imitate, yes.
Who would I be imitating with a hat like this? Boom!
Hooray!
We said they were coming. The hats are here. Winter's SEO hats. Yours available to purchase for $24.99. They will be on the website tomorrow. We're just having to do a little bit of restructuring work for the website for a few different purposes, but the merchandise is one of them. You saw the t-shirts. Merchandise. So you saw the t-shirts. That's the white one with the War Games on the arm. We've also, by popular demand, got them done in black. So you can have the Winter's t-shirt in black.
They actually look nice in both colours. I was saying this before.
Still with War Games on the arm. And there will also be, in the next day or two, as I put those on, so there's $16.99 I think each. No, $17.99. I'm telling you lies. They're $17.99 each, the t-shirts. Is everything okay?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I thought Georgie had spilled a drink.
I haven't.
No.
Not concerned.
She's not that bad.
Georgie got you a great Christmas present today.
He knows what it is.
What?
He already knows what it is.
He already knows what is?
The Christmas present.
No.
Ah, right.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Okay. Maybe as curious as this lot. But anyway, so $17.99, not $16.99. They'll be on, hopefully, as I say, tomorrow, with a few other bits. And then over the next week, there should be more and more t-shirts going up. They'll all have War Games on the arm, and then so there'll be an Ace Face logo, there'll be a Twisted Dice logo, there'll be a Canhammer logo, there'll be a Black Toad logo. Everybody, I'm not even going to go through an Imperium game, blah blah blah. Visicast, everyone else. I'm obviously going to miss somebody, and then somebody gets upset, so therefore I just do it. Scarcast logo. And I'm going to stop before I just miss one last person. They're all on there. That might have been intentional. No, what about there's Geeks, there's Grim Resolve, there's Tabletop Assault.
There's so many now, though.
Yeah, I think there's 15 different designs for t-shirts. Idic Beer. They're all going to be on that. I'm liking the hat, you know.
You tell you what, you're getting some good comments for the hat. Loving the hats, digging the hats.
Do we think the hat's a look for me though? Maybe not this colour with the shirt. This doesn't go. The colour combos.
No, but I think I was very dubious
about. If I got
about
the dark,
hat.
like if I got it, not like this sort of black, like a charcoal-y sort of colour.
See, I think you could pull off the brown. Like a
the brown
tweed.
will go with the black and the
Oh, were you anticipating it on wearing it in the shop?
In the shop, it saves. Dude, I've got a big bald patch.
I prefer that to a baseball cap on you, you know.
Yeah,
I do, because you look like a bit of a scally in a baseball cap.
Or American.
That is worse.
Yeah. Baseball cap, t-shirt and jeans is very American.
It
you
is.
Could put chino shorts on and I'd be completely.
Or if
American.
you did like a shirt and jeans combo, that's cool.
Anyway, so that's that. Oh,
Apparently
also
you're skating on with fish puns, and that's quite funny. Well, I appreciate that one. Skating on thin ice with the hat. I like the hat. Everyone's saying they like it. I think it's quite nice. This is the best though.
Dice boxes. Boxes for your dices.
Dices. They're going to go mad at that.
Yeah, dices for your dice. For your dice.
My dad said a back to front balaclava would look good on you.
We won't talk about what would look good on you, Gary. 6 foot of soil, son. He'll appreciate that. He'll like that one. But yeah, so we got the domino style dice box. These hold 20 16mm dice, which is the size of the dice that are all coming through. This particular lid is obviously This is the Way the World Ends, a Winter's SEO.
Yeah, give it to Ad.
Oh, there you go. Adam can see what he's doing there.
I think they look awesome.
Yeah, and so the boxes are the same for everybody, and then lids. So we're going to have a War Games lid, obviously a Winter's lid, and then probably one for each of the sets of dice we do. The dice box. Do I hear $4.99 for them? Is this
it's
a
not
price?
an auction. We're not Christie's.
$4.99. Going once, going twice, going every time we sell a dice. Boom! See what I did there?
You're a poet and you didn't even realise.
Well, you're going to go out with a bang! Bang!
Speaking of bangs,
Bang, bang, bang!
there's been some pretty banging new things being released coming out this weekend. Am I right? It is this weekend, isn't it? I was like, did I get that wrong?
I was tasting. Adam's just made us all a brew just before we came online. I think you might have forgot my sugar.
I was going to say it takes 2 sugar.
All right, okay. I'll get to it when they get to the bottom then. It's all right. The fact he made me a brew is good enough. I should not moan. I'm not moaning.
We'll start with this.
Yeah, let's. So this weekend, obviously last weekend, they all went up on pre-order. Games Workshop are fine with us talking about them. For once, our orders arrived early, which is always nice if it arrives in time for the show. It very often doesn't. And there were big Battleforce boxes. 4 Sigmar, 440k. We sold out of all of them, bar this one. We have 3 of these left, just 3. That's it. When they're gone, they're gone. So if anybody is after them, you're getting. If
you're having orcs, mate.
You can see how much is in there.
There you go. This is a bag.
You're saving about 30-35%.
Looters, Big Mech, Boss, Boys, Warbikers, Truck, Battle Wagon. You get a lot of orc for your money in there, don't you? Really?
Yeah, a lot of bang for your buck.
But the whole point of these Battleforces is that they come out before Christmas and they kind of give you. It's like a 20 to 30 quid additional.
Yeah, I think basically you're getting like one of the trucks for free. I think.
That's how it works out, pretty much.
And it's stuff that anybody that's building an orc army will put looters in there, will put bikes in there. You're probably putting the battle wagon. Maybe not the battle wagon at the moment, although there has just been some points drops in a certain book that we'll talk about in a minute.
Come to that.
The Orc truck's still viable. The Big Mech with the shock attack gun is viable. So it's a good box. I say that's all we've got.
What's with the old man hat?
What's with the old man hat? It's a Winter's SEO hat. For those that have joined late.
I feel like you should put it on a jaunty angle like I had it on
earlier.
Okay,
we'll get rid of that box. So
the aforementioned book. Oh no! Oh, you look like you're from Liverpool now, mate. That's not a good look.
Ice baby.
Wow. Let's pretend that didn't happen. So
on a jaunty angle like this.
That's how I had. You look like Ben Von Pellier from Curiosity Killed the Cat.
Okay, that's not what I don't know who that person is. You can't call me cute.
No, he wasn't. Like you were.
You just said I look like him.
Yeah, but that was he always used to wear like a hat. Please never do that again. That book we were talking about.
Chapter approved!
What? This is chapter approved, isn't it? Yes, it is, yeah! It was going to be like Imperium 1 or something. I was like, yeah!
We just digressed 6 months! Let me take you back to a time when we got Imperium 1. No, chapter approved is with us. The book's only 17 quid from us. 20 quid, 17 quid from us.
Am I allowed to open it?
Yeah, of course you are, yeah. The details are everywhere anyway. There really are review videos. There is someone who's done a full points table of math hammer of how much better things are for the current new points values and like there's stuff everywhere.
You didn't even put your phone on silent.
I normally do.
The disrespect is
I don't care.
But no, someone's a little bit upset actually because whilst you're happy to see chapter approved, what has chapter approved meant for you, Martin?
Loads of more fun.
But also,
my AdMech army just got 120 points cheaper. That's an extra free robot.
What about your Nurgle?
I wasn't going to play them anymore anyway.
It's still sad.
It's not. So I can still play my Nurgle army. Just the points have gone up. And as we were talking off camera before about what are the key changes to it and such. obviously George is still very much in the throes of learning 40k, so needs to understand the
I've
nuances.
got more puppies now though. Dan redid my list. I've got like one or two.
Yeah, so
puppies.
Wolves went down. They're still terrible, but they went down.
There was no need for that, was there?
No need for the puppies.
You're up to sugar, yeah?
But it's what?
You're up to the sugar, yeah?
Yeah, sugar's in there now. It must have just been a bad twig. Handicap. So what we were talking about off camera though was I like what they've done with Forge World. So any Forge World unit that's particularly good has gone boom in points. Anything that was excessively good, OP stuff, which a lot of the Forge World stuff was, has been risen in points that much that they basically pointed it out of matched play. You can still take, so Aetios, for example, is 1,500 points now, from 700 to 1,500. That's a mega increase. But he's so overpowered that you needed that. I've seen him die, but I've also seen him win tournaments after tournaments after tournaments. And so you can still take him, but at 1,500 points, you're not going to take him. Scabby's gone up to 777. All the Demon Lords have gone back to 666, 777, 888. But he went up to, instead of being 999, they put him to 1,500 because he's just that much head and shoulders above the others. The Giant Spawns have doubled in points. And what they're basically saying is, we're not going to stop you using these things, but we're going to make them that expensive that they're just not viable units from a competitive point of view. They haven't changed the power levels though. Yeah. So in casual play, you play a power level game, come and bring your Forge World stuff, have some fun, have a good crack. I've got a load of Forge World resin, you've got a load of Forge World resin, let's just smash it out. An apocalypse game, let's do it, it doesn't matter because it's all big, cool, hard stuff. But in match play, in tournament games,
not particularly viable.
It means that you're less likely. It doesn't mean that you're not going to see OP list. We've still got Dark Reapers running around in Wave Serpents with Latok, Aliatok, however you pronounce it, Craft Worlds. But those metas keep getting changed. And they've changed the points. They're so responsive at the moment, GW. I'm not saying they're getting it perfectly right all of the time.
They're doing a lot better though, aren't they?
But at least they're talking to us, do you know what I mean? Or at least they're listening to us, and at least they're responding. Also, give them some slack, guys, before everybody jumps. Oh, well, they need to do this, or they need to fix that.
They're only robots.
These books go off to print probably 5 or 6 months before they hit the shelves. Yeah. So, fine. The Guard book came out and it was like, conscript spam. And then the Commissar rule. That's bust, isn't it? It probably went off to print as 8th edition got released, if not before. So they hadn't really seen the meta. So they're reactive to the meta then by putting the Banhammer down and the Nerf Hammer. Yinari, that was a fantastic nerf.
But you get it all the time. You can't do right for doing wrong, I think, a lot of time. And I won't often leap to the defence of Games Workshop because
but it's the same as us, isn't it?
Business decisions, go one way or the other, and you can always try and justify it from whatever angle. But you can't deny that they've been good in terms of.
You can please some of the people some of the time, but not all of the people all of the time.
But you've got to admit, they've been good with responding to people. They have been listening. They have been taking it on board what people are saying. Yeah,
which is important, and it's good, and it's a right thing to do.
Our right thing to do.
Bring lists with you, Will. Not checking them beforehand. We will spot check some lists on the day, but it's the player's responsibility to check the list. It's the opponent's responsibility to check up the list. The responsibility should not be on the TO to check lists. And that kind of echoes what Frontline have been saying from ITC standpoint. It's at LVO they check the top 8 lists the day before going in to make sure that they're right. But the onus can't be on the TO for it, especially as the events get bigger. All right, next month. Next month. It's only a small event. It's only going to be dozen to 20 players or something like that. So it's not massive. But I ain't got time in my life in the run up to Christmas to go checking 16 lists. It's just not going to happen. So bring them with you and be honest with them.
Chris Glover, glad to see some proper Lancastrian headwear on the show. Let's go, right?
Chris got a hat like this, actually, isn't he?
I actually, it's growing on me. I was taking the right Michael out of you, wasn't I, about hats? But I think that. But I don't want Winters to think you're trying to step in on his toes.
Discerning.
Do you know what discerning means?
I think it's discerning, yeah.
Okay.
Got all that wrong.
I think it makes you look.
Look into my eye.
Makes you look like youthfully kind of like maybe a little bit like a cabbie.
I lost my youthfulness on.
I think it's alright.
Patience is a virtue. I lost my virtue long ago. It's a line out of a song, dude.
Is it?
Yeah, Guns N' Roses. Anyway, so moving on from that. So chapter approved. Yes, there are lots and lots of point changes. I like what they've done with the Forge World elements because it takes some of the nonsense out of the game.
It stops pay to win.
It does.
In a way.
So, and it wasn't a case of the expensive Forge World stuff was the best stuff. The Malefic Lords, 80 points. There was a lot of talk saying, they need to go up. What's the right points level for them? 50, 55 maybe. And then they hit it at 80 points. It's like, we're not even going to give you the option of playing it. You just don't take a Malefic Lord now. You're going to see, I think, a lot of Herald of Slaanesh, because it's 66 points for Herald of Slaanesh. You've got the Smite option, plus you've got the other options, and then the combat options as well. You'll just see other things coming into play.
Smells like a new book. That's so nice.
There's new missions in the book. The FAQ and errata stuff, like the boots on the ground stuff's in here, with the match play. It's a cracking book. We're not going to go through it page by page. There will be plenty of reviews at the weekend, I would imagine, as everybody starts receiving them. People will do unbookings. Winters has got one ready to roll. Normally, he has his reviews out as things go on pre-order. GW asked him if he could just wait before he released this one, which I understand why they've done that, but then someone somewhere has leaked it all anyway, and we've all seen every single important page.
You can download all the PDFs online, can't you?
But they can't
buy it from
fix
us
it.
instead.
It's a real book and it smells good.
It does. It smells like proper new bookie.
And they've done things wrong. So Core, they said Core was going to go up, and he went down 10 points. I said my Admech army that had written the 2,000 point list, I think rocks in about 120 points cheaper now, and I'm like, that just makes no sense. Certain things have got cheaper, which was good.
Dan.
Chapter approved.
Hi Dan, didn't
There's a
realise it
points
was you.
book for all the armies and factions. Yeah. Yes. Is that who we were talking to?
Yeah, Dan.
Yeah. Oh, that's a clip here. Basically. So the only thing that's not covered in there is Blood Angels, Dark Angels, and Chaos Demons, because their codexes we know are imminent. Everything else is in there for point reductions across the board for other things. There isn't much change to Tau and there isn't much change to Necrons. Does that mean they're going to be the next confirmed codexes? Most likely. I'd probably put money on that. But we have no confirmation. So yes,
Admech did very well.
Admech did do all right. I still think Destroyers still should have been a bit cheaper. They're still not quite viable for a main troop choice. I think Destroyers just need to be. There's still no need to take them at those point levels.
Admech didn't do very well against Dan in that game.
I got battered by Deathwatch last night. Deathwatch, which are an index.
It's so much for Deathwatch. Someone's just asked, funnily enough.
The Deathwatch have changed a little bit. Some things have gone up, some things have gone down. Some weapons have gone up, some weapons have gone down. But Dan brought a Deathwatch list against me last night, and it wasn't down to necessarily bad rolling. I just didn't do well in the game. I deployed terribly on hindsight.
Did you?
Yeah, terribly. But I learned from it, and that's why I was playing the game, to learn from it. And
second game
Dan made some third now. Dan made some really clever moves, and basically managed to tie my castle and robots up 3 times, I think it was. So 3 times you're not shooting those robots, which is the key part to your force, then they become a bit redundant.
Make a difference.
Any of you guys who subscribe to Tabletop Tactics will know exactly about redundancy. And we'll leave that one there. But yeah, Dan beat me, and fair play to him. No, Dan who works here, sorry Nick.
I was going to type that to you, Nick, but it's easier. Yeah, Dan who works here.
Yeah. Mark Cromwellhome sometimes watches this.
Of course, because you played with Mark.
He came in on Sunday, and it was quite the opposite story. He brought his knights list from No Retreat, so he brought 4 knights, 4 assassins, and Greyfax. Don't get me wrong, he had some terrible dice rolling on turn 1. He whiffed a lot of rolls, but it just rattled through him. His knights were dying.
Clarification from Will here. New tie stratagem says you can make one marker light hit.
Dude, I don't know. I'm not even going to read the question. I'm not being rude to you, Will. Just I'm not answering rules questions on the show. I've not had time to sit and go through all the stratagems. I know you have, and I know it's important to you to go through them. You've gone through all the stuff that's been shown out there. I haven't had time to digest the book. I will at some point. I just, and I say I'm not being rude, mate. Really, I'm not. I haven't got time to go into rules lawyering. There's enough other people who are better at the rules than me. It will answer the question. Because the one that was asked last week, I won't go into it on the live show. I switched to Ace's point of view. They've then tried to clear it up in chapter approved, and it's made it no clearer. To be fair, they still haven't cleared that rule up. I'm actually now, having read back over all the messages and everything, I'm still in Ace's camp for it. But I say, let's not get into rules debates on show. Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, change. Initially, I was when it came through, I was like, no, to be fair, I agree with Will on that one.
Yeah.
And then when I reread the situation that was trying to be explained, I was like,
just so cryptic.
Oh, actually, no, it's not that situation. If the situation is as it's being explained,
I haven't read the situation.
It's all to do with characters and targeting characters, and as I say, it doesn't matter for the purposes of this show. Anywho, so that covers chapter approved. That covers Battleforce boxes. That covers merchandise. There is a big announcement or two that we might want to make.
Two?
Shall we
take
a commercial break?
I don't know about one of these announcements.
Shall we do the one you don't know about?
I'm right, and that's all you need to know.
Always, brother. Always.
I don't know. Do you want to do the one that I don't know about? Because you think it's funny to surprise me like this.
It's quite irrelevant, to be fair.
Quite relevant or irrelevant?
Irrelevant.
Okay. Look forward to it then. Okay, so we're going to do...
No, it's not. So, we've got our tournament in a couple of weeks. 3 weeks, I think it is, for the Winter Championship. Mm-hmm. Tickets still available for that. We don't expect to sell all 32 tickets. It's only one day.
John has just entered the room. Congratulations to John.
Congratulations, John. A silver award for his duel, which...
A silver demon.
To be fair, I need to see what got gold. Because they must have been freaking awesome. And on top of that, 3 finalist pins.
Well done.
Thoroughly.
Because you can do that now. Thoroughly deserved, John. Well done.
What do you think, John? Winter's SEO hats? Just saying.
Tournament, sorry.
Yeah, so the tournament, the 1 day tournament, we are confirming 4 games. Once this chapter approved is fully out and officially released, then we'll explain what the rules pack's going to be. It in essence is 4 games, 2,000 points. Chapter approved is in play, and it'll be probably mono faction, so no soup lists, and that's probably it. We may, for this one, we're probably still going to go with the power level 31 cap or 32 cap, whatever it was.
32.
And then we'll see how that goes. Come January, we'll probably lift it because they're lifting it for the LVO, and the way that the points are all changing here, I think there's less concern over Forge World power level units now. So I don't know. We've got a few weeks to nosy through that.
Is that the announcement?
If you go along the lines of not taking anything over power level 31, you're probably in the right frame of mind anyway. That's probably a fair way to look at it. But no, that's not the announcement. So the Last Chance Open isn't far away. It's only off in January. Now, all of you guys in here who are 40k fans, which probably most of you, I know Jen and Ian are in, hi, and they're talking about birthday games, store birthday parties in 2 weeks. We'll probably go more into that on Facebook. Make a Facebook event and talk more about it on there because it's solid and in structure. But those of you 40k fans are probably no stranger to Warhammer Live, and you watch Warhammer Live, and on Fridays there's normally some 40k, and likes of Ace has been on there. I've been down and supported Ace when he was playing Sean. Ian from Imperium Games has been on. Harry's been on. A few of the guys have been on playing games. And Rob, who used to run Warhammer Live, basically it was his project. Him and Dan. Dan was the computer. Dan was my Adam. The way of looking at it.
So romantic.
Dan made all the magic happen, and Rob was in front of camera narrating it and commentating on it.
Who does that mean I am? Am I just a random spare part?
You really don't want to be Nick. Nick's a good guy. I don't think he's watching this, but Nick's a good guy, and if you are watching, hi. But Rob left for many different reasons, to which we will not go in on camera. But he left and he set up his own YouTube channel, which is The Honest Wargamer. If you haven't, then go and check it out. He literally just talks about whether it be a unit, and they strip down a unit and tell you what it is. I think we mentioned about him last week or the week before.
We've spoken about it before.
Yeah. But he does that, and it's a Twitch show and a podcast and everything else as well. Ace was on last week talking about the Tyranid Codex. But the big news is Rob's coming to the LCO in January.
Wow, that's cool.
And is going to commentate on our live stream for all the games for the weekend.
That's
so he's coming up to stay with us for the
sick.
weekend, and he's going to do the commentary. So yes, we're going to live stream again, but the problem with the last live stream
there was a bottle on the table, and it was the worst thing that's happened in the history of tournaments.
Terrible. But there was nothing to go with it. You could just see a table and nothing happened, and we didn't have time to commentate on it. Rob's going to come up and for the small price of free beer, he's going to do some commentary.
That's very cool.
So absolutely stoked. Again, I don't know whether Rob will be watching. If you are watching, or if you do watch this, mate, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
This is a conversation he had with Ace, and they've set it up between them. Obviously, Ace is one of the TOs, along with myself and Dave, for the Last Chance Open and Northwest Open. So. Dude,
that's a good
thanks for
surprise.
making that happen.
That's awesome.
That's a big announcement.
Yeah.
Not the biggest announcement.
Can we just talk about it for a second? That's the kind of surprise I like for future reference.
Okay, this is a good surprise.
Yeah.
So we're 27 minutes in. What's new in and on the shelf, Georgie, this week? Oh, you wouldn't know.
That was mean.
Big announcement. We've kept it half an hour. We've avoided talking about it.
Yeah.
The elephant's in the room. It wasn't that Rob's doing the Last Chance Open, although that is big news, to be fair. It wasn't the merchandise. It wasn't my hat. It wasn't
It
Chapter
wasn't the hat. Oh, stop
I
it.
said I wasn't going to cry.
You're not going to cry. Do you want me to do this? Is it? Oh, stop it. You can't wait.
She's gone and left.
It's okay. I'm still gonna... Yeah. I am... You're not talking to me now. Everyone keeps looking at me like I've kicked a puppy. Yay, thanks Dave. Wait a minute, which is the bit Dave's saying yay to? The Rob thing or the me thing? So yeah,
Fair shout from Dan Sutcliffe.
Who's going to make my hot chocolate?
Now.
Adam apparently makes very good hot chocolate.
To be fair, yeah, we've had requests twice over today for Adam's hot chocolate.
So
I might have to sample this. But yeah, long story short, we had a long conversation.
Very long conversations.
Conversations. And to be fair, it wasn't an easy thing for you to do. No. And it's no reflection, because people start jumping to conclusions and she couldn't do the job.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with that. Georgie was more than capable of doing the job. I have zero regrets in giving Georgie that job. But a mixture of things. So retail is retail, and you have busy patches and slow patches. They don't mean that you get rid of staff just because you're having a slow patch. That's not what's happened either. We're not closing. It's not all doom and gloom. But it was, right, we need to sort of dig our heels in, because we need to pick things up and push things forward. And there was a lot of stress going on in here, and we were all pushing really, really hard, and trying to make things work. And obviously we've got both Adam and Georgie working here, so their entire household income is based around the shop.
Except the cat.
Except the cat, I suppose. The cat doesn't have an income.
He pays rent.
Okay. What, brings dead birds. Brings dead birds, and that's the rent. Here's your tea tonight, guys. But basically, Georgie was offered another job because she's good enough that she gets offered jobs. And my argument, I can normally argue a good case, guys, but when somebody was offering to pay her more money for less responsibility and less hours and earlier night finishes, I was sort of like, but don't go, please. I don't want you to leave. And it's sad times. It's very sad times.
Martin's exact words earlier today were, there are things I'm going to miss about you, and the things I'm not going to miss about you. And the things that I'm not going to miss, no, that probably won't outweigh the stuff I'll miss. And I'm pretty sure there was a compliment in there somewhere. Maybe.
You're my little sister.
Aww.
And you're still my mate.
Oh yeah. Let the record. Everyone's like, you guys still friends? Yes.
Georgie's last official day with War Games was Sunday, and yet she's still here doing the live show because we wanted to announce it to you guys. It was only fair to do it that way. And we're still mates. They genuinely, there's no bad feeling in this. I've told her she's going to regret it, and come January, because she's off to Italy for a week, and then there's Christmas. Come January, I think she's going to be going, okay, come back, please. There is every single chance that she's going to be working the Last Chance Open, because you've said you're more than happy to help out with that.
In
and
the
to be fair, I
daytime,
probably need you.
I'll see what I can do. I want to see you guys still. I keep saying to people, everyone's like, are you going to go back in and play games? I'm like, there isn't any... Like, of course I'm here now in a freaking shirt.
War Games,
doing.
yeah. I've even told her she can keep the shit.
I signed for the UPS parcels earlier when I was in my own clothes.
Yeah. You're still out behind the till, you'll still be making people drinks, and you'll still be helping out. Yeah, because it's that kind of place.
Yeah.
It genuinely, it is sad. And I on camera, without getting too emotional because I don't want you crying, I am devastated to be losing you. I said that. You with no disrespect to everybody else that works here, you were the last person I wanted to go. Other than Dave.
Other than Dave. I was just like, come on, dude, come on.
Dave goes, we go out of business.
Yeah, Dave goes, give it a week.
A week?
Vic's crying.
If I piss Dave
cry,
off,
Vic.
If I piss Dave off, then he closes the business for me because he just presses buttons and everything. It's like, but no, I genuinely, I said to somebody, who was it I was talking to? I can't remember who I was talking to. I said, my staff, we're not like Tesco's where staff are numbers. The staff are like family. We're all like family. We're all personally invested in each other. We're all good friends, and we all have that relationship. So to lose somebody who put so much effort and work in, and over the last,
it's been nearly 2 years.
I was going to say it's about 18, 19 months, is it? Over the last nearly 2 years, whatever. You've helped make the business grow. It wouldn't be where it was if it wasn't for you. You've done an awful lot. It's done an awful lot wrong. And there's an awful lot she's not done.
You couldn't resist, could you?
But no, and I sincerely, I know that War Games will miss you. I won't miss you because I'll still see you. Because you'll still be in.
Yeah, exactly.
But the business will miss your input. Our viewers will miss your input. I need to know from you guys, there's 28 of you watching, is this the end of War Games on Wednesday? I don't think the show's the same with just me doing it. That's ultimately a very glorified carcast.
Very, very glorified.
Do we just go back to the carcast? I'll wear the cap.
Apparently we've still got you with it, like Andy Nick says. Especially with the hat now. Never do that again. No, I'm not cool with that. Thank you, by the way, for the outpouring of messages. That's very kind, and you're all lovely. And I can say with some certainty that I won't find a job where I have such lovely customers and such lovely people I work with. And I'm never going to have a boss quite like you, am I? For better or for worse.
Yeah, that's a double-edged sword, isn't it? And it is. It's sad. And we discussed it so much, and it's difficult from both of our positions, because when we were talking, you were talking to me as a friend, saying it was almost sort of like, listen, I'm thinking of leaving. What do I say to my boss? I am your boss, dude.
Yeah, it was a little bit awkward, that.
It's that whole sort of relationship of and I'm trying to see it from a business point of view and from a personal point of view, and ultimately, they wanted it to start before Christmas because it's their Christmas period as well. So I've lost you for our Christmas. They've gained you, so they win this round.
Don't.
They won the battle.
Don't commit arson. We've talked about that.
You're putting ideas in my head. They won the battle, I win the war. Because after Christmas, they're going to realise what they've employed.
Let's be nice.
Basket
A
case.
hateful bitch.
Do you have the time
Beautiful.
to listen to me whine?
Love it. Everyone's calling for Adam to replace me so we can have beards and flat caps as a combo.
Adam won't go on camera.
Adam will not go on camera.
It's not going to happen. I just don't think... So there won't be a War Games on Wednesday next week. Fact. Only because I know I wasn't going to be on next Wednesday anyway.
You're not here, are you?
And this show definitely can't run with nobody. Might be more entertaining.
We'll do a best of.
Just have some Bob Ross music in the background or something.
Be amazing.
Here's a happy little tree.
Oh.
Happy little fella just gonna make his way here, wherever you think.
Oh, Bob Ross.
Georgie Ross. But all the best. Yeah, and say with a bit of forward planning, I'm sure your new employers will give you the Saturday off for the last chance open.
Even if I just work the evening or something on the Saturday.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. So you guys who are coming up to last chance open, you're still going to be able to see it, and
because I'm sure that will affect your weekend greatly, won't it?
Do you know one of the funny parts was when I turned, I said, "Don't work, Rose. You won't be able to come to Nando's with us on the Saturday night." She was distraught at the thought of, well, can I really not come to Nando's?
It was horrible. He was like, I think as a business decision, you should probably sever all contact with people. Get them, delete them off the Facebook, and for business. I was like, really?
So, yeah, I want you to have no association on a personal level with anybody that's associated with War Games, please.
Bit difficult, really.
True. Didn't think that one through.
Dave, next week just have a couple of cats fighting, same shit. To be fair, yeah.
Cats on the internet will get more views. But yeah, and it might be, guys, that, you know what, until after Christmas, because it is, fingers crossed, this is now the busy period. So it might be, Wednesday nights aren't busy. Wednesday nights are never going to be busy, I don't think. But it might be that I've got too much on to try and run this on my own. And without my partner in crime and my anchor,
Dave,
I don't see how the show works as this format. So I might just go back to doing a car cast for a little bit, maybe just over the next sort of 6 weeks, 8 weeks or whatever, and then in the new year pick things up and revisit it. Who knows, we might convince Adam to come on camera, might get Dave on camera. I don't think either of those things are going to happen. Or it might be that I try and organise a guest each week to come and sit with us. And,
people are saying do a couple, see how you feel. Also, I'm answering the best bits question in a minute.
Which one?
Jen,
what's been the best bits?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Do you know what? That's a question to you. You've got 22 minutes to talk to and part with your fans.
I'm not gonna never see them again.
Some.
Who am I never gonna see again? Who?
Antonio.
I've never seen Antonio in person anyway.
Antonio, can you please send some personal photos?
There's no need for that. No, my favourite bits, obviously the tournaments. I love working the tournaments. It's just, I always say it to you, don't I? Every time afterwards.
That was one of the,
absolutely.
That was one of my things to get to say. Was, I'm gonna miss the tournaments.
Dave, you're dead to me. I never want to see you again. Thanks, Dave. No, the tournaments are fun.
Swallow. Swallow.
Oh, that was hard. Lol. Oh, don't watch that without a sound.
Swallow. That was hard.
Best bits, me and Joe coming getting hot drinks one after another on a Sunday morning. Yes, that's always fun. My favourite's when, I can say it all now, Dan and Joe used to wait till you weren't by the coffee machine to let him come and get a hot chocolate from me because I make better than you.
Yeah, because Georgie just wasted all the chocolate and put loads of scoops in.
Yeah, and you said it was the best one you ever had. I remember that.
Doesn't matter. You still wasted coffee.
One of my other favourite moments was when you came, this time last year, you came to my house at like 9 a.m. and picked me up and we went Christmas shopping, like for the Christmas tree and the decorations for the shop and everything. And he witnessed me at Christmas, which we went to 3 different garden centres to try and find the correct baubles and tree.
That we did. Mm-hmm.
That was good. That was fun.
So your best bits are my worst.
No, tournaments are fun.
Pattern here, isn't there?
And Dan, she also just sank the ship I was on and jumped because now Martin's going to spit in all my hot chocolate. Don't do that, please. No. What other favourite bits have there been? There's been so many. It's hard to narrow it all down, really.
It's been fantastic.
No, but meeting so many people, like, without getting emotional, I moved up here like 2 years ago for various reasons that need not be gone into on camera. But I moved up and I found this place and it was dead cool. I thought it was awesome and what have you. And obviously when I moved up, I'm from the Midlands. I didn't know anybody up here at all, apart from the person I moved up with. Been so many hard to think of. Voldemort. And it was, you know, it was nice that I was kind of between looking for jobs. I just finished uni, so I'd be able to come here and hang out. And I've made so many friends, and it's been like a little.
She thinks they're friends.
Don't say that. I'm so scared that after I leave, no one's going to talk to me again.
Right. So cold hard truth. These people are friends, but Rich Hope has messaged his utter dismay at the news. To be honest, I think he holds a bloody big candle for Georgie.
That does not.
It's not a candle that he holds for Georgie. Let's put it that way. On camera.
That's. Adam is sat right there.
Yeah, there's YouTube, and then there's another kind of tube for that sort of thing.
That's disgusting. But it's I like how he's messaged you. He didn't message me. Little devil. But it's nice, you know. I've got so many friends and so many people,
and these people will. And I said this to you today. These people won't fall out with you because you've left. Nobody's going to be like, oh, you've left. You big fat abandoner. You
keep calling me that.
Yeah, and then I say, yeah, you're right. You're not big and fat. You're just an abandoner. And they won't fall out with you, but you naturally will see these people less, and unless you make the effort to keep coming in the store, which you will. Then you just naturally trail off. I've made a lot of friends since opening the store. If I closed the store tomorrow, I expect that I would not speak to.
Boy, you have to make it depressing.
Probably 80-90% of you. It doesn't mean I'm falling out with people. It's just the way the world is. Just.
Thanks, Rob, as well.
Because you're a little millennial.
Oh. And Ace, yes, you are correct. The best moments are when you're there. I love tournament mornings on Sunday, coming in with a cup of tea for you. When
you were saying to Dan, weren't you? Because Dan's going to be working the tournaments. Would have been anyway with Georgie. It just means
I have to pass the Florence Nightingale lantern onto him.
She was like, yeah, so next morning, on the Sunday morning, you have to go and stroke Ace's face and go, there, it's all right. And he was like, I'm not doing that. What you got? Joking aside, you've always been an amazing person to us all, made us feel very at home and welcomed with a smile. You have made all our trips to your store worth the hundreds of miles travelled. Okay, so you're not going to travel hundreds of miles anymore.
No, get over it. So, true. This is true though. I'm just going to delete that weird spam comment. Whatever.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's another fun one.
What about working 72 hours straight?
Yeah.
Packaging up the 8th edition launch. You love that. Do you know what?
That was
There are we were talking about this the other day, weren't we? There are moments, and we didn't particularly mention that one, to be fair, but there's... You're going to have fun where you're working now. And you will. And it's something that you actually want to do more than this. Because ultimately, no matter how you dress this up, it's a retail shop job. It's more because of the type of shop it is. It's not Next or Debenhams or something. But ultimately, it's just a retail job. And where you're going to is more down the line of things that you want to do.
Yeah.
And we've already talked, and you're looking at possibly doing more with it. I'm not going to go into the way she's gone to on camera because people might follow her there and stop coming in. It's not another game shop, I promise.
It's not. No, it's not. Everyone's like, it's a game shop.
No, it's catering. You will have fun in the other place.
Yeah.
But there's just...
not going to be doing
there's not quite a job like this. You don't turn up for work, clock on, do your hours and go home the way you would in some other retail shops. I've just used Next as an example.
Do you always use Next as an example?
Because it's just down the road and it's a department store and I built a department store kind of feel. But Next, Debenhams, wherever, somewhere like that, you go in, you do your shift, you go home. Yeah. Even supermarkets, Ian's in the chat, Ian works for Asda. You go in, you do your job and you go home. You might go above and beyond the call of duty. See what I did there, Ian? I know the ABCD badge for Asda. You might do that in certain jobs and put the extra effort in. It doesn't mean you can't do it, but you can't have much of an impact on the business. You can on a customer, but you can't on the business. You can't change things in here because it's a small business. Every single thing you do or do not do affects the business. It's everything. I've now got to remember every Saturday morning to put the Games Workshop pre-orders up because you've done that for so long. The website's been running for 12 months, and for 12 months you've been putting the GW pre-orders up. Yeah, I've got to do it, and it's sort of like, all right, I might forget.
Do you want me to do that this weekend?
No.
Are you sure?
I will do it. I'm a big boy, and I'm going to have to learn to get on with it. I will cry while I'm doing it. I hate every second. As I am doing every time I have to do something that Georgie used to do.
Do you want to be that arse?
Please don't go. Please don't go. Since you've been gone.
You're quite funny.
I said I was going to play like soundtracks and I was going to have like all sorts of backdrops and theme tunes and everything. I was going to get a really emotional and upset and crying, and then I thought, not worth the hassle.
Yeah, it's alright.
Play some sad songs.
No, this is the send off I deserved.
So that's the reason for watching all the French reruns.
Yeah, I keep watching Le Meilleur Pâtissier, which is Bake Off in French. And Joe loves the fact that I keep him updated
is
on it.
Anyone playing Our Tune? What's Our Tune?
I don't know. Martin's going to need to put his big boy I believe in you. I might leave a little list actually.
To be fair, I managed before you.
You did, didn't you? Oh.
Sort of. And I will.
Of course you will.
The business will just carry on.
It's not going to be, you know.
It's not. It's doom and gloom without being doom and gloom. It's
not doom and gloom.
It's the
You'll be quiet. Have a quieter
end of
life.
a chapter and the start of a new adventure.
Oh, okay. It's a bit poetic, isn't it?
And it just means the replacement will be even better.
It's true.
Would you hate it if I employed another girl?
Why would I hate that?
What if she was better than you?
Then fair play to her.
Ooh.
I got so excited when I found out that the manager of the GW in time was a girl. I went over and I was like,
but what if
yes!
your replacement is better than you? It's like when you look at an ex and you think, don't mind you being an ex, but don't want your new one to be better. So somewhere along the line, this might be your decision, but somewhere along the line, if you're replaced by someone better, you will hate that. Coming in here and why don't we work and take on?
There's no one better.
Oh, thank you, darling.
You've got to say that you're marrying her. All the big news is Georgie's also pregnant, which is
no, gross.
And I just thought we'll throw that in really quickly and move straight on. But that's the actual reason: maternity pay.
So if anyone's interested, we're hiring a female to abuse on camera. You're gonna get some weird applicants for that.
Pretty much. Define abuse.
Anyone before me was a mistake, and anyone after me is a downgrade. That's so not true.
Can't commit to agree to that one.
I don't,
Maybe you were the mistake.
My parents say that to me quite frequently, actually.
Okay, well, let's not mentally traumatise you more, but maybe you were the mistake, and actually you were the testing ground for the new, improved.
Then fair play.
What are people saying? Really happy time for Georgie, and we should all be very happy and pleased for her that she finally had a job with better hours and a boss who respects her. It's a gay time. Yeah, I'm not even going to argue. I half respect you.
Half respect, I'll take that.
To be fair, you never get more than that.
I don't think anybody would, to be fair. But yeah.
But no, it's what it is, and that ultimately, guys, was the big news.
I felt really bad being like, big announcement, because it feels like I'm being
It is a big announcement.
Feels like I'm being self-important to say that.
No, but it is a big announcement. It's a big part and loss to the business. It is a loss to me, personally.
I'm not dying.
I know you're not, but I rely on you for so much. And
I'm
you're
happy
not
and
going to
pleased
be
she's
there.
gone. Thanks, Dave.
And yeah, it's a new venture for War Games. We will figure it out. It's
Let's
what
be
it is.
realistic. You're gonna be fine.
I know we are. I relied on you for so much, and maybe it will actually make me realise more. Well, not what you did, because I think I was always very appreciative of that anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not a bad boss.
I never said you were.
No, these people do.
Yes, you are.
But yeah, it's gone. It's done. Ship sailed. Get on it. C'est la vie.
C'est la vie. No, Nick, I'm not. No.
Nick, what?
I'm not.
Well, read into what you want, but maternity leave could be a thing, and this could be the smoke screen for it.
There is. I actually feel sick at the concept.
Morning sickness isn't just of a morning. Yeah, well, hey.
I am. My parents are watching this. I am not having a child. I'm just going to put that in the chat so everyone can see that. Categorically not happening. I would sooner lie in traffic than have a child. Hire George's mom. No, do not hire my mom. That would be a terrible idea. That would be a very terrible idea. Dave, no.
It's a big announcement because it feels like a family, and one of our family is heading off to greener pastures. This is pretty important.
Is Adam pregnant? Yes, he is.
Oh, yes.
But yes. So yeah.
Hit that like button if you want Georgie's mum.
No, Dave's gonna be like,
Adam pregnant then. But yeah,
no children are being had. Let the record show.
I'm not
happening.
Confirming that statement.
There is no way a human child could survive in my body.
I'm not confirming that statement. There
don't
are
do
smoke
that, 'cause people are gonna
screens
ask
and
no. Hire someone who can do maths. Yeah, to be fair. to be fair.
Very good point.
That's not a bad point.
Someone who can do a lot more. The more I think about it, the replacement's not going to be difficult to find.
Such
Come in.
But yes.
But yeah, all still good. We didn't want to just put it up on Facebook and say, oh, George.
By the way, George's gone long.
Or actually just say nothing and people just start coming in. So obviously some people in the shop physically coming into the shop new, but it is what it is. And who knows? It could be that January, February, whatever, the new job turns to shit, don't like it, and she comes back. Doors. Not a revolving door, to be fair. Watch it doesn't hit you on the way out. But no, the door's open. I said you're still coming in as customer. When needed, if available. George already said she's happy to help out. Didn't want to leave, but needs must. Money, hours, and eggs in basket, I think, is the other one, isn't it?
Eggs in basket, and
Not that there's things going wrong with us as such as a company, but having your sole income reliant on one business is difficult, and also working with your partner is difficult. If my wife said, "All right, okay, so there's a space there. I'll tell you what, I'll come and work with you." No, she won't. Absolutely not. I could not work with my wife.
I think Adam's going to be thankful for not. The first thing he said when I stepped out the door on Sunday was, "You're not my boss anymore." I was like, "Yeah, cheers, babe. Thanks." No, do not fist bump that. Yeah, I like that. George, just have Adam work 2 jobs. Lazy deadbeat. Antonio's right, Adam. If you love me, no, but it's just all that, isn't it? And it's.
Well, I suppose you probably will have to pick up a second job because she's not going to get much in the way of maternity pay. So
will you stop saying that? No, he's getting stressed to shit now. It's not happening, I promise. But, and it's all that, isn't it? All that stuff combined.
It's everything, and if they do decide they want to have a baby,
I almost swore viciously on camera then.
But if you do decide that's what you want to do, but if you just go for like mortgages or anything like that, everything's all income. There are many reasons why couples shouldn't work together, and that's always been a little bit of an issue anyway. And not in a bad way. But it causes problems, and then especially then with your step up into management, there was always potential for issue. Now, to be fair, it didn't last long enough that the issue rose, but there was always the concern of, all right, what would happen if you had to sack Adam? How would that go down at home? Not apparently. But yeah, and then obviously something comes along offering more than I can give. I'm just not in a situation where I could say, all right, listen, well, I'll increase this and lower your hours. I like it, but not that much.
It's just one of those things, isn't it? I mean, we spoke earlier about, plans and prospects, and name the baby Gilliman.
Bobby G!
There is no child.
Baby Bobby G. Broad. Bobby Broad.
I was almost a Bobby, I'm gonna wail on all of you in a minute. But
4 weeks till scan.
You're an asshole. There is no children. There are no children. I'm not angry. My grandma's gone out the window. You're all pigs. I was expecting a really beautiful romantic send-off, and this is what I get.
Well, you should have thought better.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, we're approaching the hour. We've gone through a bit of a weird show. We did actually get some information out. We talked about the hats, the Winter's SEO hats, $24.99 on the website tomorrow. These are available. There are one size fits all. They've got like an adjustable thing on the back.
They're actually dead nice quality, to be fair.
They are. They're not a cheap hat. And there is an amount of them in stock, like a dozen or so in stock, so we can get them shipped out straight away. Other than that, their order time is a couple of days. T-shirts will more or less be made to order, but the guy who prints them is 2 miles down the road. So the order will come in one day, he'll print them either that day or the next day, and then they'll go out either the next day or the day after. So inside a week you should be getting t-shirts. Buy them. It's Christmas. Buy yourself t-shirts. Buy your loved ones t-shirts. Buy merchandise. Dice hopefully are going to land before Christmas. It's not looking good for them. Dice might be after Christmas. If you want an empty dice box, you can buy them. And on the note of the dice box, obviously we can have whatever on the top here. This one's got the Winters logo on it, so you can have any of the sponsored channels logos. You can have the War Games. I mentioned that before. You can have your own name written on there. You can have your own faction symbol put on there. I can't put anything that's got an IP onto there. Although I suppose I could sell you a dice box with an empty lid and then just give you, not sell you an etched thing with a Ultramarine symbol or whatever on. We just can't sell them because of IP. Games Workshop have a bigger legal department than me. My legal department's just walking out the door because she just
I'm the one who words all the fancy emails.
Couldn't handle the heat, so
He's going
to work
back
in the
into a kitchen. But
one thing I said was, I need you more.
oh,
now
don't you start with me.
than ever before.
Then I was like, bye.
Oh yeah, she leaves. Like seriously.
But yeah,
Fix me ass.
thank you.
I think I'm going to get a darker hat. I think I keep seeing it on here. I think just slightly darker. Not black, but like a charcoaly colour. And I think I'm going to start wearing a hat for work.
Okay.
I might get like a 5-panel baseball cap
Don't do that.
and wear it with a really flat peak,
That was a stupid idea. Don't do
and then get a gold tooth and some big rings and big chains.
that. Fire Adam and give Georgie a raise. Lol.
Guns don't kill people. Martin does. Who said that? Fire Adam give George a raise. You've got a fan from Antonio. He wants you fired.
How
Georgie
small are
give
the
a raise.
t-shirts? They fit pretty true
Oh,
to your size. don't
t-shirts go from small to 10XL. We'll have them to 5XL on the site, but there will be an option to order 6 through 10XL for the large ones. Darren, you are not going to need one that big. A 7XL will do you fine.
they? Baby
but-
size.
The baby size. War Games baby grows coming to a household near
I
you
just
soon.
swore I said the F word on the internet.
But that was quite good actually. I'll miss the personal details. As Will mentioned, he has his lid that you made to cheer him up, and I still have my Daenerys cup you drew for me. It really made the tournament special and personal. I know you're just not getting that from me. Just, I'll be honest.
But yeah, it's been. I've said it to you, haven't I? It's
Been emotional.
Never has there been, nor will there ever be, a job and a workforce and a customer base and a boss quite like all of the above that I've had here.
So where are you going?
Oh, don't do that.
Just don't.
Don't do that.
Just
But
retract it all on air now. Just retract it. Just stay with us. Don't go. Please.
It's not a good look on you.
Please.
Stop it. But it's
I'm
been.
begging you on air now. Don't go.
It's been fantastic. You're not actually going to cry.
I can make myself cry.
Yes, if it's not sincere. So but yeah, it has been fantastic. And I'm still going to see all of you. I'm still going to come to the events. And I'm still going to...
No, she might have time to learn to play the bloody game.
yeah, no, seriously. Like, I will actually have time to...
Cost you more than we stuff.
Yeah, right. Dice, baby. But, yeah, it's been fantastic. And again, it's all of you lovely people that make it so rewarding and make me put up with that stuff. Okay, Jay said GTFO. Okay, bye, guys. See you later.
Vic, you know I care about you. And Will, for the most part. Vic says, so what I'm saying is I don't care about my customers. I care about all my customers. I care about my customers that much that I employ great staff to help look after them. I just can't help it when those staff can't see the wood for the trees and walk out on us. Put the blame on her, not on me. Right, guys, for the last potential War Games on Wednesday, definitely the last one this year. I very, very, very much doubt that I'll do another one this year. Just with the time of year it is and everything that's going on. You might get a car cast from me, you might not. And we'll see what happens. You'll still hear through Facebook and such from us. So all that bit will still be there.
I'll teach Martin how to use Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, I've got half an idea. Put some stuff up. My posts get more views than your posts, to be fair.
It's because you promote them and don't tell me.
I don't promote them.
Yes, you do. Because I see your promotions.
That last one, they got like however many views didn't. Just a video of a castellan. But I'm going to say goodbye for now. But Georgie, your final hurrah to the camera. What do you want to say to him?
See you later. We'll see you in like a couple of days because I'm probably going to be in playing games. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we're all these people.
But yeah, I'm still going to see people at tournaments and everything, and it'll be cool.
I'll survive. We'll survive.
See you later.
See you later, guys. See you soon.
Bye.